Hello and welcome to an album a day, day number 157, going through my vinyl collection, an album or so at a time. Today we're going back to a band that really loved the first few years of, or the first few releases of, and then just kind of lost interest in them. The style of music that they changed to wasn't one where I was like, wow, this is really blowing me out of the water. Or maybe I just got a little tired of the genre. I want to be fair, it's very possible. But we're talking about the 1988 release of Metallica's And Justice for All. This is a 2021 copy. This is part of the Walmart exclusive release that they did, and I'll show you the vinyl in just a second because they're all colored. But Lady Justice, great concept for the cover. Really fits with their sort of sometimes political commentary and that as well. The vinyl is absolutely beautiful. It is this wonderful 180 gram. It's listed as Dyer's Green for dye being, color, and Dyer's Eve, which is one of the songs on the album. But very nice. It is a double vinyl. So of course we get a second vinyl. And I really like that black against the green too. And it's not glow in the dark, though it does kind of look like it could be that color. Also came with, of course, the limited edition sticker on the cover, and then a download card where you are given a code and you go download the high-res MP3s of the album, so you can put them on your phone, your iPod, whatever, wherever you listen to music. Can't remember if there's anything special inside as far as the sleeve goes. Now, I did get this one new, but I ordered it and it was delivered and it came up a little bit bent. It wasn't enough for me to want to send it back, and I'm not that big of a perfectionist, but it does come with this wonderful insert here, which is not a sleeve, just an insert. I always like that cartoon drawing of them. Kind of I always think one of them is The Undertaker. The actual paper sleeves are generic, and that's okay. So this is not a gatefold, although I don't think I had the album. I think I just went straight to cassette on this one, if I remember right, originally when it came out in '88, because of course as soon as it came out I went out and got a copy. And without getting into too much commentary about the sound of the album, the mix, and all the controversy over that, and there is a great video on YouTube that you can watch from the engineer talking about how it all happened. But I will say, I remember, in '88 I wasn't an audio engineer. I had no desire or thought of being an audio engineer. I don't even know if I knew what one was. But I did notice that the album just had a really different sound. It just felt weird compared to everything that came before it, including Garage Days Revisited, which had already come out, and then things like, Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets. It had this amazing sound to them. And this just, I didn't know what it was I didn't like about it. I just knew it felt really weird and it was unpleasant. But as always, the most important thing is the music. Now, without good sound, it's hard to appreciate the music to the full extent, and for that reason I probably don't listen to this album as much as I would if it had a better sound. And people talk about the dry snare, and it's more than that. Or the papery snare, I should say, but it's more than that. It's just dead. There's very little reverb on it. It feels like they recorded it in a padded room, and not it doesn't feel alive like a lot of the other stuff, plus then the whole bass and all that. But anyway, I didn't want to go into too much of that, but I do want to talk about the songs because there is some fantastic music on here. Blackened is probably my favorite song on the album. It is absolutely a kick-ass track. And Justice for All, really long, but a good song. It's almost 10 minutes, and I don't think it's exciting enough to be that long. You look at a song like Master of Puppets, it's a lot of energy, a lot of just intensity, and you can get away with a song that long if you're going to do something like that. Salisbury, 16 minutes, you don't even know it's been 16 minutes. But And Justice for All, it's not, it doesn't have quite that depth for me, so it does feel a little bit long. Eye of the Beholder, great song. I love the beat to this. I love the riff. It's fantastic. And then, of course, One, which I think pretty much every drummer who had a double bass or even a single bass and tried to replicate what Lars played in the middle section of this Really cool song. It inspired me to watch the movie Johnny Got His Gun, which was what inspired the song, and then actually go read the book. And it was a very fascinating book, well worth the read. We go to, I'm sorry, I should say, Blackened and Injustice for All are on side one of album one. Side two of album one is Eye of the Beholder and one. Then we get to side two of album, no, side one of album two, or side three of the whole collection. And we start out with The Shortest Straw. Great energy on that one. Harvester of Sorrow, I remember when I saw them on tour, it was Queensryche and Metallica at McNichols Arena in Denver. And I just remember Harvester of Sorrow just sounded huge and amazing. I absolutely loved it. Frayed Ends of Sanity, great energetic song. And then we go to side four, or album two, side two, and we get To Live Is To Die, which was the song I believe they dedicated to Cliff Burton. It is a little long, again, almost 10 minutes, 9 minutes and 48 seconds. And then Dyer's Eve, real killer, energetic song. And it seems like they kind of, you know, if you think of like Master of Puppets, and what was the last song on that? I can't think of it. Oh, wow. I was going to say Metal Militia, but that was Kill 'Em All. I can't think of it at the moment, but it goes from Orion into it. It starts with that really cool bass intro. Anyway, like that's just like a fast thrash song. And Dyer's Eve is the same way. It's just like really intense, but it's got an interesting lyric to it. And it's a great song. So there's a lot of really great music on here, but go check out that video. The engineer was Fleming Rasmussen. Go check out his video if you want to know more about how the sound came about and why it sounds the way it does. That would have been a tough position to be in, I would say. But it's a great album. Check it out. And Justice for All, Metallica. Cheers.